In the same interview, Trump is very concerned with fairness. And this fairness might, it obviously includes. See, there's a judge who many people know of Mexican descent who's overseeing a lawsuit and a case that involves Donald Trump's fraudulent university and Donald Trump's basically scam to separate desperate and poorly informed people of their money with his, whatever his advice is. I don't know. Get your dad to co-sign loans. I don't know what he has to say to people. His breakthrough insights about the real estate market. And Donald Trump has made obviously a big deal about the Mexican descent of this American judge, who incidentally, before he was a judge, was actually a DA and was involved in prosecuting Mexican cartel cases and was actually a target of assassination, a plot by a Mexican cartel.
I like my DAs that don't get targeted.
I like my DAs that don't get targeted. Look, I did a lot of business with the Guadalajara cartel. Okay, they came over. They wanted to do some great things. We couldn't work it out. So he's been off being a total bigot and not making this great general election pivot that all of these, I love just have to say, all of these people like Marco Rubio and John Kasich and Paul Ryan, who are, this is terrible. This is totally not what represents us. We're not bigots. He's gotten even worse since they've endorsed him. So just remember that. And the only Republicans that haven't endorsed him are ones that have no political futures, okay? Okay, I guess Ben Sass. But besides that, you have this powerful coalition of Bill Kristol, the most unpopular political dynasty in America, the Bushes, and then Mitt Romney. Everyone else who's still in the game, including Marco Rubio, personally apologized to this guy. And now let's hear him talk about, would a Muslim judge be fair to him, let alone a Mexican judge?
I was a Muslim judge.
By the way, I have so many Hispanics. I made a speech last night. I saw hundreds of signs, Latinos for Trump, Latinos for Trump, all over the place. And you know what? They're here legally. They don't want their homes taken away. They don't want their job taken away. They like what I'm doing. Now, people can come in, but they have to come in legally.
On the Muslim, but what if he was a Muslim, though? You've been very tough on temporary Muslim immigration bans. So would a Muslim judge be also out of the question here?
We are allowing tremendous numbers of people coming into this country that we know nothing about. We have a problem in this country. We are going to have big problems. You know, I've been pretty good at predicting things, John. We're going to have big problems. We have people coming into this country, totally undocumented. They don't know anything about them. They don't have paperwork. I've interviewed and talked to the best law enforcement people in the business. There's no way of knowing where they come from. And we're taking them in from the so-called migration. They're being sent all over the country. We have people that don't know what they're doing.
My question is, if it were a Muslim judge, would you also feel like they wouldn't be able to treat you fairly because of that policy of yours?
It's possible, yes. Yeah, that would be possible, absolutely.
Isn't there sort of a tradition, though, in America that we don't judge people by who their parents were, where they came from?
I'm not talking about tradition. I'm talking about common sense, okay? He's proud of his heritage, and I think that's great that he's proud of his heritage.
But you're saying it's a barrier to him doing his job.
Oh, he's not treating me fair. He's not treating me fairly.
And you think it's not because of where his parents came from?
I've had numerous lawyers. Look, I have a case where thousands of people have said it was a great school. They've written reviews where they say it's a great school, not a good school, like great. They gave it the highest marks.
Okay, so again, I just have to go back to that earlier IMer and be really clear. I'm not trying to in any way insult, demean, or do anything with people who struggle with mental illness. Those are the words of I talked to a friend. I sound like Trump myself now, but I did talk to a friend of mine who's a clinical therapist, and she was like, yeah, that's a narcissist. Like that is what he is. And also I would say that Donald Trump clearly has enjoyed living in an America where you get judged by your parents' accomplishments and results. Because his entire career and whole delusion of grandeur is built on everything that Daddy created.
Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.